psychology. Psychology is the science of mind and defined by psychology is a social science. Psychology is a social science. Psychology science of mind is defined by which school of psychology? Ancient Greek philosophies. Science of mind is defined by which school of psychology? Greek philosophers. Who is the author of a book, The School of Psychology? William James. Principles of Psychology. William James. Who is the father of experimental psychology? Psychology. William Wundt. William Wundt. Experimental psychology. Psychology can be literally defined as the science of soul. Literally defined as the science of soul. J.B. Watson, the founder of a father of a behavioristic school of psychology, defined psychology as the science of a father of a behavioristic school. Behavior. A.B. Titchener defined psychology as the science of conscious experience. Science of conscious experience. Titchener defined psychology. Who defined psychology as the scientific study of activities of organism in relation to its environment. Wordsworth. Psychology is the scientific study of activities of organism. SR concept was first established by J.B. Watson. J.B. Watson. Rejecting the concept of SR connectionism. Further, SR concept was Wordsworth, who defined psychology as the science of immediate experience, with the consciousness being the main subject matter. E.B. Titchener and William Wundt experience, who is the founder of the principal proponent of psychoanalysis. Sigmund Freud, proponent of psychoanalysis. Sigmund Freud was a psychologist who constructed the first intelligence test. Alfred Binet, first intelligence test. Alfred Binet, the occurrence in SOR concept in responsible in regulating the behavior of the organism and making psychological activity dynamic. Behavior of the organism and making anything which evoke a response in the organism is called stimulus. Stimulus. Anything which evokes a response. The method of a field observation is always considered as objective. Field observation is always considered as objective. Study of abnormal means to study mainly the nature of unconscious level of mind. The study of abnormal psychology means to study mainly the nature of. Clinical psychology deals with the practical aspect of abnormal psychology. Clinical psychology. Abnormal psychology. Sigmund Freud is regarded as the father of psychology in psychoanalytic school. Sigmund Freud is regarded as the father of psychology. Psychoanalytic school. Ebbinghaus had done the pioneering experiment on memory. Ebbinghaus had done the pioneering experiment. Memory. Science is invariably characterized by its methodology. Science is invariably characterized by its methodology. General psychology deals with fundamental of all branches of psychology. Fundamental of all branches of psychology. Industrial psychology is applied psychology. Industrial psychology is applied psychology. Developmental psychology studies various stages of development of man. Developmental psychology studies abnormal psychology is concerned with abnormal behavior and its causes. Abnormal behavior. Social psychology deals with behavior of ethnic groups. Ethnic groups, social psychology. Social psychology. Psychology is the science studying the behavior of living organism. Psychology. Psychology, living organism. Some of the most useful knowledge of human perception has borrowed from actually perception. The most useful knowledge of human perception is borrowed from physics. Perception, physics. A major part of development of psychology is devoted to the understanding of behavior of children. Major part of the development of psychology, behavior of psychology. Who is the founder of individual psychology? Alfred Adler. Individual psychology. Adler. Founder of, from, from the following pioneered psychologists who associated with behaviorism. B.F. Skinner. Behaviorism. Recognized as the father of psychoanalysis. Sigmund Freud. Psychoanalysis. Father of psychoanalysis. Wolfgang Kohler was associated with his school of psychology. Gestalt psychology. Wolfgang Kohler was associated with Gestalt psychology. The law of effect was coined by law of effect. Law of effect. Law of effect was Thorndike. Effect was coined by Thorndike. The law of effect was coined by Thorndike. Archetype is a terminology associated with archetype. What's Adler? Archetype associated with who established the first experimental psychological laboratory. William Undut, experimental psychological laboratory. Undut, with a valuable contributor in insightful learning. Color, insight learning. Color, the most pioneer contributor to behavioral school of psychology is behavioral school of psychology. Watson, to the behavioral school of psychology. William Undut established the first laboratory of experimental psychology at Leipzig, 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 Leipzig. Following psychologists who rejected introspection as a method of psychology. Introspection. J.B. Watson rejected introspection of psychology. Method study psychology, independent and dependent variable and important elements. Experimental method. Dependent variable and important elements. Experimental method. Which method of study in psychology? Passive study of and analysis of human behavior usually done. Genetic method. Which method of study in psychology? Passive study and analysis of human behavior is usually done. Study of psychology, passive study of and analysis of human behavior. Observational method. Observational method. Which method of study of psychology? Passive study and analysis of human behavior. Observation method of psychology. Simplest experimental method. E manipulates. E one variable. E manipulates one variable. Simplest experimental method. But it is called when more than one independent variable works in an experimental situation. Interaction. What is called when more than one independent variable works in experimental situation. Interaction. Who has been considered the father of psychoanalysis method of study. The study Sigmund Freud. Sigmund Freud, who has been considered the psychoanalysis method of study. Who has been credited as the first developer as first intelligence test and made important contributors to our understanding of the thought process. First intelligence test and made important contribution to understanding thought process. Alfred Binet. The concept of introspection and conscious experience. Observe